Welcome to my channel, Whole Soul, where I talk about health for the mind, body, and spirit. So today's video is going to be my green beauty favorites, which I have next to me to show you. And green beauty or clean beauty, if you haven't heard of it, it's a term to refer to products that are made without harmful chemicals. So non-toxic is another word that's thrown out there a lot for it. And I got pretty sick a few years ago, and that's how I kind of fell on this path of discovering good for you ingredients in products that really helped my health journey. And there's an article that I will post in the description that goes into more depth talking about why so many of the chemicals in a majority of widely purchased products, beauty products and anything hygiene related, are actually pretty toxic and bad for the human system, including like hormone disruptors and just all kinds of icky stuff. The more you learn about it, the more you're like, ooh, okay, I'm gonna replace all my things. Also, sorry if I'm out of breath. I'm 9 months pregnant, so yeah, I am constantly hot and constantly just finding it difficult to take really deep breaths because she's taking up all the room. But anyways, I'm gonna start with makeup, and I'm just gonna kind of go in the order that I apply things. So this is what I use for foundation. It is Jane Iredale's Glow Time BB cream. Let's see if you can see that. The reason I like using the BB cream so much instead of just a normal foundation is because it includes SPF and primer and all these awesome nourishing things, and it's super full coverage. The reason that I've narrowed down my favorite BB cream to this one is because it honestly just mimics a foundation in how full coverage it is. So that is foundation. And then concealer, the one that is my all-time favorite that I have on my blog post is actually Cloven Hollow. This one is 100% Pure's concealer, which is good. I just find that Cloven Hollow's is super pigmented, like way more pigmented, so a little goes a really long way, and it looks so natural, and yeah, blends really well. Okay, and then I have this Jane Iredale Smooth Affair for eyes, and it's an eyeshadow primer. It's also a cream base. I'll show you here. It's really pretty, and it really helps things stay on. I've found eyeliner especially. So this is something I wear daily. It's RMS, and it's their Buriti bronzer, and I love it. I didn't start wearing bronzer or blush, or those are all things I consider like fancy makeup. Goes to show you, I really don't wear much makeup. But this bronzer turned me into a bronzer lover, and I wear it every day now because it is cream based. You can see it's pretty shiny. It is cream based and it is so natural looking. And then I also have the RMS Contour Bronze, so it's darker, and this I only use on more special occasions, or getting more dressed up, and it looks more gold in this light, which it comes out really pretty on the skin with that gold tint, but again, it also looks so natural on the skin. And I forget her name, but whoever created RMS Beauty, she has a tutorial for how to contour, and so I actually do it all with my fingers, and it ends up looking so beautiful and natural. I just don't have the motivation to do it every single day, so it's not a daily wear for me, but I love it, and I'm wearing it today. I have everything I'm showing you, mostly everything I did this morning, and you're seeing me after work, after a long day, so you're actually seeing everything, how it wears, being worn in and everything, so yay. All right, next step is blush. Another thing that I was scared of, especially in powder form, because it always made me look like a clown. I couldn't figure out how to apply it right, but this Honest Beauty blush, it's a rose pink cream cheek blush, if I can open it. There. So this shade I love, and again, a little goes a very long way, but yeah, I have it. You can still kind of see it on my cheeks, but I blend it in a lot, again, with my fingers, but it is awesome. It is so pigmented, it feels so good on the skin. Next thing is this 100% pure bamboo blur powder. The only ingredient literally is bamboo silica, straight up bamboo, and it is awesome. I go for their transparent. They have different shades if you'd like, but this transparent loose powder is what I use to set everything after I've applied my concealer and blush or whatever it is that I'm wearing that day. It sets, especially cream-based products, that's what I've found, it sets so well. And yeah, it doesn't overly dry out. I've had some experience with setting powder that just leaves me feeling like overly dry or stiff. This one, it blends into the skin, and it's called bamboo blur because it's supposed to have that almost like filter effect on your face, you know, your pores, minimizing them and everything. Next thing I'm gonna show you is highlight, and I don't wear highlighter every day. It's RMS RMS Living Luminizer, which is probably their most famous product, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people love this, and for good reason. It's also cream based, which I love, but oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see, I have some like right there, and a little up there, but it has the most natural sheen. It just looks like the light is hitting you, and it stays all day. Like, it just doesn't budge. So that's awesome. Okay, moving on. That's all of my face stuff. So eyes are next, and for eyeliner, this is Antonym's pencil eyeliner, and I know a lot of professional makeup artists actually like this one, so that's good. But it comes with a pencil sharpener, which is awesome. I use that to sharpen my eyebrow pencil too. I definitely have experienced some transfer with it, but it's been pretty minimal, and honestly, when I have experienced the transfer, it's because I haven't set my eye makeup properly. So if you set your eye makeup, which what I do is I use that bamboo blur powder from 100% pure, and I'll actually even, like, I'll dip my finger in a little bit of it and like pat it on. If I do that and then apply this, there's no transfer, it's not going anywhere, but I just don't always do that. So there, just make sure you set it. I have tried so many different brands of natural mascara. I have lost count. This is the one by far that took me the longest and was the hardest search to find a natural mascara that I actually felt lived up to my standard of excellence of a product performing well and doing what I wanted it to do to my lashes. So this tube, unfortunately, it's on its last leg, and the packaging, I think other people have struggled with this, it is Ilia, and it is their Limitless Lash Mascara, and the bottle, as you can tell, eventually starts to peel. They're probably gonna fix that. It's a dual-sided brush, actually. There's different kinds of bristles on it. So these on the bottom, these shorter ones, are what I use first to go in like, and then do my bottom really fast. And while the top have dried while I'm doing my bottom, but not all the way dried, that's when I go back in and use this longer top bristle, just for like the real lengthening part of it. And this one, it is so buildable, and it doesn't clump, and it doesn't flake, and it has volume and length. So that is why it is my number one. This is the, why am I blanking? Liquid eyeliner. That's what this is called. It is from Zuzu Luxe. Let's see. Man, I've really got to work on my focus game. Props to all of you makeup YouTubers that I've been watching that actually get things to focus. It's a lot harder than it looks. Anyways, so this is liquid eyeliner, and I have it in brown. Their fancy word for brown is Touareg, so that's the shade I use. It is awesome. It is available at drugstores, and it does not budge. Next up is pregnancy brain. I just keep forgetting what things are called. Eyebrow pencil, yeah. So they call it their cream brow pencil, and I have it in the shade Russet, which is for dark blondes or I think brunettes with a auburn tint. I don't know. It's a very specific shade. But it works great for me. You can see my eyebrows. These are my eyebrows. I did it with this. It has this little brush on the end. So I brush it out, I do the thing, and then I brush it again. And that's all I do to my eyebrows. So I'm actually only going to be showing you a lip tint, which is from Pacifica, and a lip pencil, even though I don't even have the right lip pencil that I have rated number one. But anyways, this one, I love this so much. This is what I'm wearing right now. It's in Sugared Fig, and it looks like that. A little belly button. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Really pretty packaging. And it is so smooth. It goes on so smooth, and it's super buildable, so you can get a lot more color if you would like. I tend to just do 1 or 2 coats, so it stays looking pretty natural. So this is the Jane Iredale lip pencil. Really pretty shade, but as you can see, and after I did some research, apparently, because I tried sharpening this with my, like this guy on the back of here, and it broke it, and I found a lot of different people said in reviews that the same thing happened to them, and apparently you have to get the Jane Iredale brand of sharpener just for the lip pencil, so that it doesn't break. And I was like, geez, that's kind of intense. So for that reason, it's not my number one pick because that feels a little high maintenance to me. The one that I do really love is called Bite Beauty. They have so many different lip shades, and their lip pencils are super smooth. You can actually get them. They're one of the Clean at Sephora brands. So Sephora has what they call Clean at Sephora. It's their cleaner makeup brands and everything, and you can go into the store and, like me, try on all the different shades and find your favorite. I just don't have that to show you right now, but it's awesome and it stays. Okay, I think that's it for makeup. Those are all the things. I'm still in the midst of finding other products. Even though I'm not huge on lipstick, I do want to find the best one, so I've been testing different ones and stuff. And an eyeshadow palette, that's a big one too. I've heard the Beauty Counter eyeshadow palette is awesome. That might be a Christmas present I ask for, but anyways, yeah, as I test more makeup products, I will update the list and let you guys know. But now we can move on to skin, so skincare. And this, I changed my skincare routine before I switched my makeup products. So I've been doing this for my skin for years, and oh my gosh, my skin transformed by switching to this natural routine. So unfortunately, I just ran out of Lush's Angels on Bare Skin Cleanser. That's the one I use every single morning. It's amazing. I wish I could show it to you in person over video. But it's awesome. It's this blend of like lavender and almond oil and clay, and oh, it's exfoliating, but it's gentle, and it really, so many people have commented on the fact of how it clears up breakouts and has really helped their skin. And then I tone my face with Witch Hazel, which you can just get at your local drugstore, super cheap. And yeah, I just use that with cotton rounds, and oh my gosh, I can't say enough good things about Witch Hazel as a face toner, actually. If you haven't tried it and you're wanting to try a new toner, try it. Ticks all the boxes. It is amazing for your skin, and it's really affordable. Yay. So that's what I do. And then I apply jojoba oil. Not jojoba, but jojoba. This stuff is awesome. And you can get this at your natural health food store really easily. Really affordable because it's oil, so obviously a little goes a very long way. And you can buy little like 1 ounce dropper bottles at Sprouts, or I don't know, whatever your local health food store is. It's probably not all the same as Colorado, but yeah, I put this in the dropper bottle and then squeeze like 7 drops. That's what I find in this climate, and for my skin, 7 drops is what feels right for me. But it could be different for you, could be more, could be less. My husband, he's good with like 3 drops, and that feels great on his skin. So yeah, jojoba oil, the reason I use it as my main, like instead of a moisturizer, is because jojoba oil actually has the most similar makeup to the oil that our skin naturally produces. So your skin is like, wow, this is really similar to what I produce on my own. Yay, cool beans. Ultrabland is the Lush product I used to use every night. And it is a cleansing balm. So let me show you. This is my little DIY guy. So easy to make, so affordable. I will post the recipe for it. I'm just trying to perfect it. because this one came out a little waxier than I intended because there's beeswax in it. So I'm gonna make it again with less beeswax, and if that turns out how I like it, I will share that with you guys, share that recipe, because it is amazing. So Lush's Ultrabland, my DIY version, it's this beautiful combination of beeswax and almond oil and honey and rose water. It smells so good. Wish you could smell it. It's awesome. Go to Lush and sniff it. Except the homemade one smells better. But yeah, so this cleansing balm, what that means is instead of a normal face cleanser, you like take a scoop, little, goes a very long way. That's what's awesome about all these products I'm showing you, is I can say that to be true about every single one of these, is a little goes a long way, which is great. So yeah, I dip my finger, smush it around, and then over my full face of makeup in the evening when I want to take it all off, I like give a face massage, a little face massage, I like rub my eyebrows off and you know, get all the eye makeup, and it's so gentle on the skin and the eye area and everything, so you can really get in there and not have to worry about a harsh product hurting. It's super gentle. So once I've like really rubbed all that in and gotten all the makeup all smushied off, that's when I will take just a little washcloth. I have finally purchased darker washcloths, like proper makeup removal washcloths, so I'm not getting, you know, stains all over other washcloths. So pro tip, buy dark washcloths if you want to take your makeup off like this. But yeah, so I get that wet, and then I usually in warm water, not too hot, like as hot as I can stand it, and that I find just gets it off even easier if it's that nice warm temperature, and it just feels really good too. It's just soothing. So yeah, I'll wipe all of that off, and then I will go with witch hazel again. Just a cotton round and some witch hazel, and then just tone my face, and that way I know I've truly gotten everything off. And then I go ahead and apply my 7 drops of jojoba oil again, and then in my other 1 ounce dropper bottle, I have combined an ounce of sesame oil, which again you can just find at your natural health food store, with 5 drops of a therapeutic grade. Make sure that it's like a high quality one because it's going on your skin. Tea tree oil. And sesame is awesome because it has a drawing out effect, and tea tree is awesome because it has a drying out effect, and it's antibacterial. So I combine those, like I said, in a dropper bottle, and it takes about 3 drops, 2 to 3 drops is what I drop on my palm, and then I just take my finger, and I use this as a spot treatment at night. So any spots, if I feel like a little spots coming up, needs some love, needs a little pimple needs to go away, or whatever it is, that is a killer combination I have found. So that's my skincare. That's all I do. And then last thing I'm gonna show you is shower stuff. So what I use on my body and my hair. Oh, and also like deodorant and toothpaste. Awesome. Deodorant. I'll start with that actually, because this is the other guy that took me so long to find. Mascara and deodorant were by far the 2 hardest natural products to make the switch too, of finding ones that actually performed really well. I suffered through some armpit rashes to get to this awesome deodorant. And so for me, baking soda, which is the main ingredient in a majority of natural deodorants, there are a lot more baking soda free options out there now, but it does not agree with me, and there's a lot of people who find it to be harsh on their skin and can cause rashes and stuff. So but then there's a lot of people that are fine, so you find what works for you. But this is activated charcoal deodorant cream, Little Seed Farm. It's all organic. It's actually sold at Target, which is awesome. I got it off of Amazon. But it is, oh, it's yummy. It's super minty and fresh. So it works. My husband uses this too. It works for a masculine or a feminine scent, either one, very neutral. Little pea-sized amount, and then I rub it between my fingers until it gets nice and creamy and easy to rub into my pits. And then I rub it into my pits, and it works so well. It is a natural deodorant, not an antiperspirant, so don't expect to not sweat at all, like how antiperspirants can block your sweat and everything, which I would encourage you to do your own research on that. I did tons of research on whether it really was worth switching to a natural deodorant, if aluminum and antiperspirants really are that bad, and I found that yes, they in fact are. So I would encourage you to do your own research and, again, find what works for you. But yeah, if you are interested, and especially if baking soda is not your armpit's friend, like it's not mine, this Little Seed Farm activated charcoal deodorant, amazing, amazing. They use magnesium, and my pits always smell awesome. I kid you not. Even in hot summer Colorado weather, and workouts and all of that, I'm never like, ooh, I'm stinky. I still sweat, not a ton. Like, it definitely does reduce how much you perspirate. But after you go through the whole armpit detox, when you're making the switch from toxic to non-toxic, you'll find that your smell lessens. Like, you just get less BO after that detox, and you just don't sweat as much. That's what I've found. That's what all the reviews I read and just all the different research I did to see if it was the same for other people. That tends to be the wide consensus, is that after you go through that detox, it's pretty amazing how much less you sweat and how much less you smell. Okay, toothpaste. So this is not my #1 toothpaste that I listed on the blog post. That one's called My Magic Mud, and oh my goodness, they have a cinnamon clove scent that my pregnant self craves. Like, I don't know, I've had some weird pregnancy cravings. And I say cravings because it wasn't like I want to eat this, it was like I need this smell by me. And that cinnamon clove was one of them. It's awesome. It's like Christmas in toothpaste, and it's activated charcoal, which I find really whitens my teeth. Activated charcoal is awesome for that in toothpaste. But the only downside about My Magic Mud is it is expensive. It's like almost $9 for a tube that is, it's less, you get less than even this one. So I am trying to find another product that I like just as much for that reason. If it wasn't so expensive, it would just be my go-to, and that is why I have it as the #1, because it performs so well. It's awesome. I love it. It's my favorite. But I am trying Schmidt's Activated Charcoal Toothpaste, and so far I'm really loving it, actually. It's a much lighter gray, see if you can see that, yeah, then the My Magic Mud one is like black and it turns your whole mouth black, which is pretty creepy. Moving on to shower stuff, Dr. Bronner's, yay! And we get this from King Soopers. That is our local grocery store. So whatever your local grocery store is, that's where we find the best price on this, because the health food stores, they all have it too. I think Target actually has Bronner's now too, but we have found that it's just more expensive at all those places, so we just get it from our natural or our local grocery store. And yeah, this one is the tea tree scent, and I don't know if you can, oh yeah, you can see on this side. You can see it's very liquidy. It's not thick. It's awesome. It's a combination of different oils. There's coconut oil, olive oil, jojoba oil, hemp oil. Yeah, there's a ton of oils in here, and then the potassium hydroxide is what makes it soapy. Oh my gosh, just love Bronner's, and this thing, as you can tell, is pretty huge, and my husband and I both use it, and it just lasts for so long. So I know it's a more expensive price tag than a lot of other body washes, but I think in the long run, how it breaks down, it's probably not all that much more expensive because it lasts for such a long time. We also use Dr. Bronner's for shaving cream. This is their shaving soap. And I feel like I'm saying this for the 100th time, but it is just true. A little goes such a long way. So this lasts, oh my gosh, like this shaving soap lasts us for the longest time, I kid you not, which is awesome. And this one is lime, which I really like. Yeah, it's very invigorating for shave time. So yeah, it's great. What else? Okay, the last things are hair stuff, which I don't use many hair products anymore, like at all, because this shampoo and conditioner has really transformed my hair. It is from a company called Calia, and I heard about it through, I think her name is Holistic Habits. She has a YouTube channel, and she has beautiful, beautiful long brown hair, super thick, gorgeous hair, and she talks about all her hair tips and everything, and so I found them through watching one of her videos, and this is their balancing shampoo, which I have in my blog post that you should, if you go to their website, they have an FAQ section where they will recommend specific products based on your hair type. It is a bit of a higher price tag. Like previously I had never ever spent this amount of money on getting a shampoo and a conditioner. However, I will say it lasts, again, so long. It lasts for such a long time, especially because it helps you train your hair if you're interested in that, of not having to wash it as often. So I wash my hair and then I go 1, 2, 3 days, and then on the 4th day I wash again. I think I'm having a hard time doing the math in my head right now, but somewhere around there. And that's kind of what this company suggests. And I'm an avid researcher, if you can't tell. So I did a bunch of research and was like, what's the optimal kind of like time for women to not wash their hair that window, because you know there's some people that can go for so long, like 2 weeks, and there's some people that, like how I used to feel, of like I have to wash my hair every day otherwise it looks like trash. But after my research, the average seems to be that what's healthiest for most people is going 3 to 4 days between hair washes. That's what's just healthiest for most people, especially if you sweat more on a regular basis. So like for me, I work out on a regular basis, and I tried successfully, was able to get my hair to like that weak point between washes. However, even though my hair was like cool with that, my skin was suffering. My skin was like, hey, this is too much oils, I don't love it. So if you're not sweating, or you're not a sweaty person on more of a regular basis, then you probably could go longer. But anyways, that is the balancing shampoo, and then I'll just show you the conditioner really fast. I got the hydrating conditioner since I have drier hair, and it is awesome. Again, a little goes such a long way. All right, that is all of my products. I was much more long-winded than I intended to be. Holy cow. But practice makes perfect. I think I will get better at being more just to the point as I make more videos, because this was my first video. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna link the Green Beauty Favorites blog post in the description so you can see the actual list. I listed out all these products, and I did hyperlinks so you can just go straight to the websites that sell them and everything. But my 2 really quick tips for making the switch to natural beauty, if that is something that you're interested in. The first one is embracing the fact that it is a process, it is a journey, that you don't have to switch everything out overnight. It doesn't have to be some all at once kind of thing. I think that's sometimes how we can take it and feel really overwhelmed. But I did little bits at a time over 3 or 4 years of making the switch. My other tip is to download the EWG and the Think Dirty apps. Those I also linked in that blog post, and I can link it in the description too. Those were invaluable tools for me in my journey and process of making the switch with products and everything, because they have a rating system where they score products based off of their toxicity level. So if it's a score of 3 or lower, that's good and it'll be green. If it's higher than that, it'll be yellow, and then the highest is red. So yellow is like, red is like, ooh, this is super not good for you. So I've gotten to the point where all the products I have now are rated in that green zone, like, yay, these ingredients are good for you. But yeah, highly recommend those apps, because between those 2 apps, you can find almost anything. All right, that is everything I have for you guys today, and I will see you for the next video.